Everybody, it's the end of the week. It's time to take out the trash. I actually kind of miss Brett just doing that impromptu, but thank you. You're the best. Okay, so for my garbage person of the I got a cut from that. For my garbage person of the week, it is someone I'm not sure if I've ever put him in the trash before, but there is a great reason to this week. It is one Ron DeSantis, and that uncomfortable grin, we're going to demonstrate why perhaps he's so uncomfortable there. I want to start by taking you back to a comment that he had back in, I believe it was May, early May, and it was when people had been claiming that Florida was going to do poorly with the coronavirus, but he didn't think that that was warranted.
Reason is that because you got a lot of people in your profession who waxed poetically for weeks and weeks about how Florida was going to be just like New York. Wait 2 weeks, Florida's going to be next. Just like Italy, wait 2 weeks. Well, hell, we're 8 weeks away from that, and it hasn't happened. So we've succeeded, and I think that people just don't want to recognize it because it challenges their narrative, it challenges their assumption, so they got to try to find a boogeyman. Maybe it's that there are black helicopters circling the Department of Health. If you believe that, I got a bridge in Brooklyn I'd like to sell you.
Last question.
Yeah, see, his critics back then were saying that Florida's not going to do well. They just couldn't question the narrative that they had been supporting. They were just locked into it. And he was doing well at that point. That's why back on May 4th, he, as they prepared to reopen the state, he took a victory lap talking about his tailored and surgical approach to stay-at-home orders that have defied the worst predictions. And so he took a different path than other states, a successful tailored surgical path, where, for instance, Maryland secured nearly 1 million tests online. Instead, DeSantis in April, late April, secured 1 million doses of hydroxychloroquine, which was being boosted at that point by Donald Trump. And he could do that because it was tailored, it was surgical, and it was going to be successful. Except, oh Jesus, they've just reported nearly 9,000 cases in a single day, making the previous record-breaking days look like a walk in the COVID-infested park. And I also want to show you this. So see this chart? The scary thing is the 9,000 cases on the far right, but you see those 3 little lines marking the reopening phases? That video we showed you was at the second line. And things did look kind of good there. But when you don't take it seriously, when it's just do whatever you want, eventually you get to the right of that. And it's not just the testing, the positivity rate has been going up. And I want you to understand, the reason he's in the garbage is not just because his state is doing worse now. It's not just because he refused to do testing and he fired their data monitor and he bought 1 million things of hydroxychloroquine. It's not just that he made all of those mistakes before. It's that he still is. I want to show you this. This is from 3 days ago. He says they're not going to do a statewide mask mandate. You can catch more flies with honey than vinegar. And the best we have as of this morning is that he is slowing down the reopening after they passed 9,000 cases in a single day.
I don't understand the honey thing. I don't get it. Like,
it's a metaphor, but I don't know in this case what it means.
Ron DeSantis will come give you. What are you? You're gonna. We're gonna make tasty masks. Like, oh my God, it just proves he has no. I mean, I get it. Maybe when you're handling Florida, you can't tell Floridians what to do. You just ask them nicely, hey guys, could you maybe not kill a bunch of people, huh? It's me, your friend Ron. It makes sense that he is bungling the whole thing because we all remember what it looked like when he tried to put on his own mask.
Exactly. He didn't know. And this is what you get. They probably got very lucky in the beginning that it didn't hit as hard there as it did in New York. And he got to be fake, baselessly confident. And because of that, he didn't take it seriously. He's tried to hide the numbers. They don't report hospitalizations, so I can't even tell you how bad that is, although reports on the ground imply that they are nearly full. And the cases are just spreading so rapidly. And the issue is, maybe One of the reasons I'm doing this is because we got AMC live on the show to cancel their mask policy change. I'm hoping he's watching this. Governor Abbott is potentially reinstituting limited lockdowns in Texas, even though that will probably result in Trump attacking him. He deserves credit for that, and not much more, because that's not nearly enough. He should go much farther, but he's doing that. Florida has got to take this seriously. It's got an older population. It's got a massive population, densely clustered in metropolitan areas. They have got to take this seriously. And the guy who ran for office on "I worship Trump more than anyone else" is probably not the guy who's going to safeguard the lives of Floridians. And so, utter garbage.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Love me some Ron DeSantis.
He's the best. He's the best.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.